I asked our viewers this year what they wanted to see on Bishop Sheen Rosary's YouTube channel, and this is what you guys responded. You wanted to see the 10 Wonders of the Rosary by Father Don Calloway, kind of split into 10 different videos, and I'm going to discuss each wonder. I'm going to tell you about what it is, and I'm going to tell you why you should really get this book, because it is probably one of the best books about the Rosary written in modern language that you can find today. So this is the first of 10 videos. I'm really excited to do this for all of you who requested it, but also because it's helping deepen my understanding of the Rosary, inform my own prayer, and even giving me more conviction on Bishop Sheen Rosaries. And if you want to learn more about Bishop Sheen Rosaries, please, I encourage you to go to sheenrosaries.com, and there you can find all of our rosaries, our keychains, and you can even look up our rosary resources on how to pray the Rosary, how to pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet, all sorts of scripture passages and other things to help you learn to pray the Rosary. So just a roadmap for these videos. I'll first explain what the one of the 10 wonders is for that video, and then I will go into a few nuggets of wisdom from the saints or blessed, and even there's some quotes from Venerable Sheen in this book, and I'll leave you with those nuggets of wisdom to close out the videos. But first, of 10 wonders, this wonder is that the Rosary is of divine origin. Longtime viewers of the channel may remember our history of the Rosary videos, and if you don't, I encourage you to go check out those videos. But to catch you up to speed, one of the first videos was on Saint Dominic and how he was tapped to preach against the Albigensian heretics. Now, this was a losing battle for Catholics at the time, as they had pretty wide reach, especially in modern day France. Tradition has it that Saint Dominic went on a retreat to the woods to pray and reflect on how he was preaching to these people, and that is where Mother Mary actually presented and gave the Rosary to Saint Dominic and told him to preach my Psalter. Now I'm going to read a bit of St. Louis de Montfort's retelling of this in The Secret of the Rosary, but this is what Blessed Mother Mary said to Saint Dominic. Dear Dominic, do you know which weapon the Blessed Trinity wants to use to reform the world? I want you to know that in this kind of warfare, the battering ram has always been the angelic Psalter, the Hail Mary, which is the foundation stone of the New Testament. Therefore, if you want to reach these hardened souls and win them over to God, preach my Psalter. Now, the Psalter, which consisted of 150 Hail Marys, was traditionally prayed by Cistercian and Carthusian monks, but this was the opportunity that Mary found with Saint Dominic to weaponize that Psalter, or really just add a little bit more to it for that modern time. And this is where she introduced the mysteries. We're going to have them start praying on the life, death, and resurrection of my son, Jesus. And this is the key that started St. Dominic down this path of actually using the Rosary as a weapon of evangelization, or a tool of catechesis, if you will. Now, instead of just being a meditative tool for monks when they're praying, it can now be an evangelical or catechetical tool for the masses. Now, this was particularly poignant to the Albigensians, who believed in this duality, that the spiritual world was the only good and that the physical world was not. And now we have mysteries praying on the incarnate Son of the Father coming to the world and living, dying, and resurrecting. He penetrated the physical world, and we have these physical beads. Now, some also say that the Rosary couldn't possibly be of divine origin because this contradicts what Jesus says in Matthew 6. People will quote that Jesus warned against vain repetition in prayer, but this directly contradicts the fact that Jesus was a devout Jew, and he would have, at the time, been trained to learn and memorize the Davidic Psalms, 150 Psalms that really told the story of the Old Testament. Now, I don't find it to be any coincidence that there were 150 Davidic Psalms and now 150 Hail Marys in the angelic Psalter, telling the story of the New Testament. And Father Don Calloway points out that the Psalms are to the Old Testament as the Rosary is to the New. Remember, both of these things were revealed to humans to be a tool for the masses so that they could learn the story of God revealing himself to man. Where the Psalms take from the Old Testament scriptures, We'll hear the story of the Jews even coming out of exile, going to the promised land. Now, the New Testament words are what forms the Rosary's words, especially the Hail Mary, the Our Father. And I just put out a video of this, and I'll link it, called Why the Rosary is Not Pagan Babble, but it's biblical. All of the words come directly from the New Testament. When you are carrying around your rosary, you're really carrying around a portable Bible. Now, I obviously can't tell you everything that Father Don puts in his book, and he adds a lot of colorful stories, especially at the beginning and end of his chapters, more so bringing out the beauty of this wonder of the Rosary. To explain that the Rosary is of divine origin, Father Don Calloway actually uses the story of Our Lady of Las Lejas in Colombia, and how this is a rock that has an image not printed on it, but actually in the rock formation itself, a picture of Our Lady holding the child Jesus, giving the rosary to Saint Dominic. Geologists, scientists have studied, this is not painted, this is not imprinted, this is an image that is physically in the rock. And this was, I guess, a confirmed miracle as well. And so I really do encourage you to pick up a copy of 10 Wonders of the Rosary so that you can read these beautiful stories for yourself. I love hearing stories of miracles, especially miracles that appeared to children, such as at Our Lady of Las Lejas, Fatima, or Lourdes. Mary always appears to the lowly, and it calls me to deepen my faith, and also to calls me to a lowliness of sorts, and to remember that I need to humble myself very frequently. This is consistent throughout the ages. What Mary has always done when she's appeared to us calls us to a deeper relationship with her Son. To quote Maximilian Kolbe, "The whole Catholic world eagerly received the Holy Rosary, and innumerable graces and miracles of conversion testified to its supernatural origin." The Rosary is not just something that we stumbled across, or we thought together these prayers would sound really good because they have a good beat or it's a perfect amount of time. No, the Rosary was given to us deliberately. The Rosary is a tool for the masses to learn the faith and to help them deepen their faith, to have the faith of a child, that the Lord came into this world as a child himself for us, lived for us, died for us, and rose for us. I really hope that you got something good out of this first wonder of the Rosary. There's 9 more to go, so stay tuned. Subscribe to our channel. If you like our videos, please actually physically like them. Share them with your friends. That's how we grow. That's how we reach more people. When we get more views, when we get more likes, when we get more subscribers. Thank you so much from us to you through Mary.